Susan here from Susan's Book Journey. So I know what you're thinking. This video is really late and I apologize. There's been stuff going on. So I'm going to be doing my October wrap-up as well as the Spookathon wrap-up as well, because the books go with that. So there's about only three books that are not involved, four books, sorry, that are not involved in the Spookathon, and the rest were involved in the Spookathon readathon I did in October. So let me just get right into it. So the first book that I finished in October, that I read and finished in October, that was not on the Spookathon list, was Stephen King, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. So basically this book is about a little, how old is she? So she's a little girl, she's 9 years old, and she ends up going hiking with her brother and mother, but the mother and the brother are fighting in the book. So then she gets really mad and she's trying to get their attention, trying to tell them that she has to go to the bathroom, but they're not listening. So she wanders off on her own to go to the bathroom, and then she gets lost in the forest. And so the book then takes on where she's trying to survive by channeling her favorite baseball player that she likes, which is Tom Gordon. And so, yeah, so that's basically the gist of what this book is about. And then the next book I read, which is an ebook that was not part of the Spooktober or Spookathon, well, there's three of them, but the next one that I read was called Spirit Chasers, and it was basically about this group of people who would go in, basically, and, you know, feel around for spirits and stuff like that, and one of the spirits ends up getting really angry with the group of people, and yeah, I don't want to give too much away because then that would ruin the book. And with this book, it was one of those books that if I don't stop now, I'll ruin the whole book for you. So the book is paranormal, basically. So it's paranormal unexplained activities. The next book that I read that was also an ebook was called Starstruck. And this book was about a girl in high school who isn't what you would call, she's not popular. She's she's got friends, but they're not popular, so she's kind of geeky, gangly. She's smart, she likes astrology, all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, this boy comes to school, and things start happening, and she finds out some things. She finds out that he's an alien. And she starts freaking out for a minute, and she's like, that can't be true. Right? You're lying, right? So the book is kind of interesting. It's the first book in a series of books. So I hope to read the rest of that series at some point. So that's that book. And then the last book that I read that was also an ebook that was not part of my Spookathon, readathon book list was called The Killer. And this is the first book in a series as well of books. And it is about two police officers. One is a girl. Her father is the governor or the senator of the area that she's living in. And so she's trying to get out from underfoot and trying to get away from it, and so people don't... She's trying not to let people treat her differently. She's trying to be her own person, be her own detective, and all this stuff. And she's going after a guy that they call the Doctor, who is a serial killer who goes around and kills and rapes women, and then decides that it would be fun to, well, not fun, but his signature is to draw a blood smiley face on their face. So it's kind of, it's a mystery, but it's kind of like kind of weird. So there's that book. Now, to get into my Spookathon books that I've read. So, as you all know, the books that I had decided to read was a book called Zoe Myers, The Haunting of the Gillsby House, Goosebumps Slappy's Revenge, The Scarlet Thread, the group book, which was Haunting of Hill House, and Stephen King's Pet Sematary. So I read all of these books in October. There are book reviews of the books up on my channel, so you'll just have to take a look around as well. They should also be there, either they're in book reviews as well as in a playlist called Spooktober 2016. So they're in there as well. So take a look in there and you'll find them. And so, yeah, so that's about it for my